Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's English podcast. In this episode, I will tell you a simple story about shopping for a birthday gift. The story is easy to follow, and I will use short sentences to help you understand. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. It was last Saturday. I woke up early because I had an important mission. It was my best friend's birthday the next day, and I had no gift yet. Yes, I know. I should have bought something earlier, but sometimes I am not very good at planning, so I had to find the perfect gift in one day. I quickly had breakfast, drank some coffee, and left home. The weather was sunny, so I thought shopping would be easy. But of course, life always has little surprises. First, I went to a bookstore. My friend loves reading, so a book sounded like a good idea. I walked between the shelves looking at many covers. There were so many choices. Novels, history books, travel guides, cookbooks. I picked up one book, but it looked too serious. Another one was too funny, almost like a children's book. Finally, I found a book about travel. It had pictures of beautiful places around the world. I thought, this is nice. My friend likes traveling. But then I remembered, last year I gave him a travel book too. Oh no! I didn't want to repeat the same idea, so I put the book back on the shelf and left the store. Next, I went to a clothing shop. Maybe a t-shirt or a nice shirt. I saw a blue shirt that looked perfect. I thought, yes, this is stylish. He will love it. So I went to the fitting room to check the size. The shop assistant smiled and asked, "Is it for you?" I answered, "No, it's for my friend." She asked, "What size does he wear?" I froze. I had no idea. I guessed and said, maybe medium. She gave me a medium-sized shirt. I held it up, looked at it, and thought it looked okay. But then a funny thing happened. A man walked past, looked at the shirt, and said, "That looks too small for a man." I laughed nervously and said, "Well, maybe you're right." I put the shirt back. I didn't want to risk buying the wrong size. After that, I decided to go to the electronics store. Maybe something cool like headphones. Everyone loves music, right? I saw many headphones on the shelves. Some were cheap, some were very expensive. I tried one pair. The sound was amazing, but the price, oh no! It was too much for my budget. I checked another pair. It was cheaper, but when I tested it, the sound was bad. I didn't want to give a low-quality gift, so I left the electronics store empty-handed. At this point, I started to feel stressed. I had spent almost 3 hours but still had no gift. I walked through the mall, thinking hard. Suddenly, I saw a small shop selling funny mugs. One mug said, "World's best friend." Another said, "I need coffee now." There were colorful designs, animals, and even superhero mugs. I picked one with a big smiling cat on it. It looked silly but also cute. I laughed and thought, this is perfect. My friend will smile every morning when he drinks coffee. So I went to the cashier and bought the mug. Finally, mission complete! But the story doesn't end here. When I gave the mug to my friend the next day, he laughed loudly and said, "This is amazing. You know what? Yesterday I broke my old coffee mug." We both laughed because the gift was not only funny but also useful. It was like destiny. So what can we learn from this story? Sometimes we think too much about the perfect gift. But often, a simple and thoughtful gift is the best. It doesn't need to be expensive or fancy. What really matters is the meaning and the smile it brings. Thank you for listening to my story today. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some useful English. Remember, learning English can be like shopping for a gift. You try many things. Sometimes you make mistakes, but in the end, you find what works for you. See you in the next episode.